Well, hi everyone. How are you today? Would you like to hear a story? I've chosen a really good one that's particularly appropriate for the weather today. Now, if you live in the Yukon and it's Thursday, April 9th for you, you'll know that it's snowing outside. It's probably snowing where you live. And I know a lot of us are kind of tired of the snow. Maybe we don't feel like we want it to be around anymore and we're ready for spring. But whether we're enjoying it or not, the snow really is beautiful. And I think we'll take the time this morning to celebrate it with a book that is absolutely loaded with snow. Are you ready? Today we're going to read A Northern Alphabet by Ted Harrison. Now, this is one of the Imagination Library books. Many of you have probably gotten this as a surprise gift in the mail from Dolly Parton. Let's take a look at the cover. It says A Northern Alphabet and Ted Harrison's name, and then we've got some very interesting pictures there in Ted's beautiful artistic style. Let's see. We have someone wearing a warm parka, walking in snowshoes. Yeah. And somebody over here is riding on a dog sled, and we see the sled dogs. And of course, a lot of snow. Snow in the trees, snow on the mountains. That's a landscape we're all pretty familiar with. Let's get going. Letter A, whoop, right there in the middle. Alex lives in the Arctic. He is wearing an anorak. Check out Alex's red anorak. Yeah, oh, and he's also holding an axe. Now, we know that an anorak is a special kind of coat that keeps you warm in the snow. B, Brenda and Billy are being chased by a bear. Whew, definitely don't want that to happen. Now let's see what else is in that picture. I see a beaver and a birch tree and some birds. Lots of B words. C, above the cabin flies the flag of Canada. Ooh, look at that cabin. And if you look to the side of the cabin right there, ooh, there's a high cache. Do you see that? That's a C word too. Do you know what a high cache is? People traditionally use high caches to store their food way up high it looks like a little log cabin on the top of a platform. And then the bears and all the other big tall animals that are strong and want your food can't get to it. D, the ducks watch the children do a dance. And look, they're also banging their drums, and they've got a dog in the audience, and there's some dandelions growing in the ground. All good Yukon D words. E, Eric is wearing earmuffs. Those are hard to see because they're very small. Let's try. Whoa. There's Eric right there, and his earmuffs are bright white. Do you see them? He sees the electric lights. Ooh, that's another name for the northern lights or the aurora. F, the fry pan will soon fry fish on the flames. Oh yeah, fish fried over a campfire, delicious. G, Georgie is greeting his grandmother. That's nice. Almost looks like they're social distancing, huh? They're keeping a good safe distance apart. H, the husky is watching the boys play hockey. Yeah, look at those kids playing hockey. There's also a horse in the background, and their homes at the back. Lots of H words. I, the Inuit children are interested in a new igloo. Look at them there in their very, very warm parkas. And it looks like someone's built an igloo on the ice. Also an I word. And there are icebergs in the ocean behind them. I've never seen an iceberg. It's on my list of things I want to do. J, Joe and Jenny dance a jig. Can you dance a jig? Go for it. K, Katie and Kevin are kissing. They're kissing behind the kayak. Having a little smooch there. L, the lonely loon floats past the lemming. Oh, look at that. The lemming's this little yellow creature on those logs. And I see a lantern too. Lots of L words. M, Mary runs by a moose munching in the muskeg. I'd probably run by if I saw a moose in the muskeg too. Moose are enormous creatures, and it's always good to give them a safe distance. N, The northern lights shine in the sky at night. Yeah, there they are. Look at those beautiful northern lights. Some of you may have seen them, and some maybe not yet, because often they come out late at night, long after we've gone to bed. I know I don't see them very much because whenever they come out in my neighborhood, I'm usually asleep. Oh, the owl can see the oil rig from the outhouse. Well, look at that. I definitely see a lot of owls and a lot of outhouses up here in the Yukon. Haven't seen an oil rig yet. I wonder if they're out there. P, the man in the red parka, is passing the paddle wheeler. Oh, there's a big white paddle wheeler for you. It almost looks like the SS Klondike downtown in Whitehorse by the river. Q, mother is quietly making a quilt. Look at that. She's sewing. Does anyone in your family sew quilts? R, two rabbits sit outside of the root cellar. Yeah, there they are. I also see some ravens and a ring and a rifle in that picture. All R words. Now, for those of you who might not know what a root cellar is, it's a room dug way down deep into the dirt that people use to keep their food preserved and cold. S, the sled skims over the soft snow. Would you look at that? That's the picture from the front cover of the book. Lots of snow in there, which is an S word that we're all very familiar with. And the snowshoes and the dog sled. T, Trapper Tom has 3 frozen trout. Do you see those trout there? Good job, Trapper Tom. Looks like maybe Tom and his family did some ice fishing. Have you done any ice fishing this year? Lots of time for it. U, the constable in uniform, there's a U word, likes my uncle's ukulele. And I see some long underwear hanging in the background there too. Letter V, Vera takes Victor for a vaccination. Yeah, I think Vera's taking her dog Victor to the veterinarian to get a shot to make sure that the dog doesn't get sick. W, the wet walrus watches the whales. Now, walruses and whales live on the coast. They live on the ocean. Most of us in the Yukon don't live near the ocean, so we don't get to see them, but they're very common in the northern ocean areas. So if we were to ever travel super duper far north until we came to the sea, maybe we'd see a walrus. X, excited children dance to the music of the xylophones. Check those out. That's a lot of Christmas fun they're having. A lot of you have played the little miniature xylophones we have at the Family Literacy Center. Lots of fun. Y, a young Yukoner yells beside the Yukon River. I bet you've yelled by the Yukon River more than a couple of times. I sure have. And last but not least, we come to the letter Z. In zero weather, Zach makes a zigzag path to the zinc mine. Ooh, now a zigzag looks like this. Doot, 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 doot. There's Zach making one. What's a zinc mine, you might be wondering? Well, it's a place where people work pulling materials out of the earth, zinc specifically, and then we use that zinc to make all kinds of things that get shipped all over the world. Now there's one more page, let's check it out. Oh, it's an About This Book page. Let's see what that says. This alphabet book was created by one of the Yukon's most famous, and beloved artists, Ted Harrison. In a northern alphabet, children of the North will find a little piece of home in its pages, and children from everywhere else can experience the beauty of a northern year. That's true. What a great book. Thank you so much for reading it with me. I love this story, and I find more and more in the pictures every time I read it. Thanks for watching today. Have a great Easter weekend, and I'll see you soon.